time, guys. Can you wave hi to our friends at home? Hello. Hello, friends. We have lots of friends here today. So let's go ahead and start with our story time song. I'm only going to ask one person to come up because it doesn't get so busy. Benjamin is little, so he didn't understand what I just said. So we're going to excuse Benjamin this time. But I'm going to ask just Ezra. Okay, let's see if everybody but Ezra can stay sitting. Ezra, can you come up and help me with the song? Good listening ears today. Not today, right? Just Ezra. Good job listening, friends. Ezra, where do we start?
Eyes.
Very good. You ready? Eyes are watching, ears are listening, mouth is closed, hands are still, feet are very quiet, you should really try it. Story time, story time. Very good. Thank you, Ezra and Benjamin. And I'm so proud of all of you who wanted to come up and didn't because I asked you not to this time. I will pick somebody else next week, okay? Thank you for your listening ears. Should we point to our ears if we're ready to hear the story? Looks like everybody's ready. Okay. We're going to read a Berenstein Bears book today. This one is called Think of Those in Need. Almost all bears discover in a little while that what they've outgrown makes quite a pile. This is a good story to read with our church garage sale coming up. Thank you for helping with that chair that fell, girls. Okay, ready? The bear family enjoyed the good things in life as much as anyone else. They enjoyed good food and good times. They enjoyed a snug tree house and a comfortable chair before a crackling fire. They enjoyed books and music, toys and games, quilts and cuckoo clocks. Who knows what a cuckoo clock says? That's right. Very good. But sometimes it seemed, especially to Mama, that perhaps the bears were enjoying too much of a good thing. It was also clear to Mama as she managed the treehouse that they had a problem. A problem that came under the heading of too much stuff. Oh, too much stuff. Look, it's pretty crowded at their house. Do you see all that stuff on the floor? I bet Mama trips over that stuff, don't you think?
Yeah.
Uh-oh, too much stuff in the closets. Ah, it's falling on Mama when she opens it. Oh, too much stuff in the drawers. She can't even put the clean laundry away. Too much stuff in the basement. Too much stuff in the attic. There was too much stuff everywhere. It all made Mama a little uneasy. It was beginning to be a worry. Papa thought there was a too much stuff problem too, but he was more annoyed than worried. Annoyed about a fast wheels car that brother had left on the stairs, and a squeaky duck his sister had left in the bathtub. But there was much more on Mama's mind than fast wheel cars and squeaky ducks. What was beginning to worry her was that they had so much. Well, guess what? Some other people had so little. And it sometimes happens with a worry. When you go to bed, it can turn into a nightmare. Do you know what a nightmare is? A bad dream.
I had a nightmare before.
Yep, we probably all have. It's a bad dream. So that's what's happening to Mama. Look what's happening in Mama's dreams. One night she dreamed that all their stuff came to life and poured out of every drawer and closet and was chanting, too much stuff, too much stuff. That sounds like a stressful dream, huh? What's the matter? Asked Papa when Mama woke up screaming. It was just a dream, my dear, Mama said. But though it was just a dream, she knew what she had to do. The next morning at breakfast, Mama made an announcement. This family, she said, has altogether too much stuff. It's time to get rid of some of it. Stuff, said Brother. What sort of stuff? Stuff like dolls with no heads, Mama said. Broken airplane models, old puzzles, games that nobody plays. And fast wheel cars on the stairs and squeaky ducks in the bathtub, chimed in Papa. Look at all those toys, Kelsey. Oh my goodness. Now wait a minute, protested Sister. That's all our stuff. What about some of your stuff? My stuff, said Papa. Like what? Like your 17 fishing rods, said Brother. Do you think Papa needs 17 fishing rods? How many hands does Papa have?
2.
How many fishing rods do you think Papa can use? At most 2. Probably just 1. And zillions of old fishing magazines you have stacked up in the attic, said Sister. But those are all valuable collectibles, said Papa. Mama groaned. Ugh. Look who's groaning, said Papa. What about those shelves and shelves of old cookbooks you never look at, and those bits of yarn and cloth that you're never going to use? That's what happens in my basement. I have too much yarn. All right, agreed Mama. I guess we all have a lot of things we don't really need. That's just my point. What should we do with it all? Let's find out. The Bear family thought for a moment. Hey, said Brother, let's have a yard sale and make a fortune. Yeah, great idea, said Sister. But that was not what Mama had in mind. She had been thinking more and more about all those folks who had so little, especially with Christmas coming. What could the Bear family do? Mama already had a plan in her mind. First, she had Pop and the Cubs go through all their stuff and make 3 piles. In one pile were things like old board games and puzzles. In another, their forgotten but still good toys and sporting goods. And in another, clothes and furniture, extra cookbooks, and unused fishing rods. When the Bears piled everything into the car, there was hardly enough room left for them. Look how full the car is. Oh my goodness. Where are we going? Asked Sister. First stop, said Mama, is the old Bears home. The old Bears home was where older bears went to live when they needed some help taking care of themselves. Nurses and doctors looked after them, but sometimes the older bears got a little lonely and bored. Hey, let's not touch Brother Nathan, okay? They liked visitors and things to do. What do you think they might get at the old Bears home?
Board games.
Board games. Ooh, there's an idea. Let's see. That was part of Mama's plan. When the family arrived at the old Bears home, they handed out their board games. Very good, Hadassah. And puzzles to the older bears. Then, this is the important part too, they sat down to play the games with them and do the puzzles. How do you think it made those old bears feel? Pretty good, because they gave them the things, but they also spent time with them. At first, Brother and Sister were a little shy and embarrassed, but the older bears were just so old. But after a while, they got over it. Oh, let's see. Nathan, maybe we should go sit in the red chair so you leave your brother alone, okay? He can sit in that empty one right there, maybe. He's picking at Brother. Okay. But after a while, they got over it. The bears in the home weren't any different than their neighbor, Miss McGriz, and she was okay. Soon, they were having a fine time, and so were the older bears. They were sorry when it was time to leave. Next stop was Beartown Young Cubs Hospital. Brother and Sister knew about the hospital. Brother had to go there to get his ankle x-rayed the time they thought it was broken, and Sister had come along to watch. The bears dropped off, what do you think they brought to the hospital, the children's hospital? Oh, I think you're right. They dropped off their load of used toys, and they were welcome. The hospital workers said the toys would be given out at the hospital Christmas party. On their way out, they saw a young bear in a wheelchair with his leg in a big cast. They were glad they had brought the toys. He looked as if he could use some cheering up. Their last stop was Beartown Bears Who Care store. This was a store that sold things to raise money for needy bears. Bears who needed warm clothes and good food. The store was run by bears who wore uniforms and often played in a band in front of the store. The bears lugged in their old clothes, furniture, and stuff into the store. On the way, they stopped to sing a few Christmas carols with the band. There was a big iron pot out on the sidewalk. Look, Sister Bear's putting money in. You see that?
Oh.
Yeah. Have you ever done that at Christmas when you see that people ringing bells for the Salvation Army and they have a bucket you can put money into for Christmas? Yeah. They headed home with warm feelings on the inside about what they had done. As they drove along, they passed the lighted windows of the Beartown department store. They were beautifully decorated for Christmas. There was window after window of new toys and new games, new things for the house, and guess what? The very latest thing in fishing poles. But the members of the Bear family was so filled with special thoughts about helping others, they hardly even noticed those windows full of things at the store. Except maybe a little bit out of the corner of their eyes. The end. The end. Do you guys know what we have going on this coming weekend? On Friday and Saturday? The garage sale. We have the church garage sale. And who knows what the church garage sale is raising money for? Do you know?
The playground.
The playground. Because look at how many wonderful kids we have. And we need a bigger, better playground for you guys. Because the old one is just not holding together so good. So we need a new one. So maybe when you go home. Right, yeah, and it's wooden, so it's been coming apart. So maybe when you go home, you could take a look around your house at your things and see if there's anything you can donate to the garage sale. Yes, we need a better playground so you can all enjoy it. You already fixed some stuff. Good. Well, let's sing a song together, okay, friends? Let's sing a song together. Tall kids in the back, small kids in the front, okay? All right. Kelsey and Nathan, I think, is that Nathan or Jason? I can't see him very good. Come to the front, buddy. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, James, you're tall, so back row is good for you. Lucas, you want to go sing? Let's sing. He's got the whole world in his hands. You guys know that one, right? Can you put your hands out like if you don't have other stuff? If you have other stuff, it's okay. You ready? He's got the whole world in his hands. 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 Let's say you and me, brother. He's got you and me, brother, in his hands. He's got you and me, sister, in his hands. He's got you and me, brother, in his hands. He's got the whole world